Hi you guys, this is Sasha and welcome back to my week 17 pregnancy update, and I am so excited to be back. Hopefully you've seen my 14-week pregnancy update and 15 and 16. Again, I apologize. I have been under the weather, but I'm still making videos and I had some technical difficulties. My hard drive was just completely full and I needed to get some more storage so I wouldn't lose things. But I am back and I am on time and I am excited. So let's jump right in. This week I am 17 weeks. I'm actually 17 weeks, 5 days as of today. Baby is the size of a pomegranate, and the most exciting thing to me that's really incorporating occurring in week 17 into week 18 depending is baby is developing hearing. So like, I know today I watched Inside Out, which is a Disney movie, and I just thought that was nice because it was like watching a movie with my baby, or I should actually say babies because I always have Shalaya with me in her arm. So that's very exciting. As far as me, I'm doing really good. I'm still, like last video I said that I really wasn't having nausea, and like I'm telling you, it just varies week to week. Week 17 I threw up twice, so you just never know. It seems to be still triggered when I am coming off a trip or things like that. I get really nauseous and sick and I feel off. We went out of town to Detroit this past weekend, and again I had to rest yesterday, which was Monday, and I was just so off and my body was aching and hurting, and I drank plenty of water. I walked, I moved. It was not a long trip for us from Indiana to Michigan. But I just don't know what's going on with my body. So I definitely take my probiotics still, and I'm thinking about taking some B12, which the doctor said is perfectly safe. I use the methylated kind because it absorbs into my bloodstream. Not all B12s absorb into your bloodstream depending on your genetic disposition, and so I went to a herbologist several years ago, and that's how I know what type of B12 I need to take in order for it to get into my bloodstream and actually be effective. So that's pretty much what's going on with me. Nauseousness, a little bit of swelling just because the heat and the temperature fluctuations have been going crazy. One day it's like almost 90, then it's almost 70, and I'm staying hydrated and I'm trying to stay off my feet and do what it is that I can, but it is very difficult right now in summer to just stay comfortable. I'm still having trouble sleeping. I sleep with the pillow in between my legs. I've thought about getting a maternity pillow, but it's so big, and to me it just doesn't seem comfortable. At least with something's in my leg, I can turn and then I can put a pillow back in between my leg, but I don't want to have to keep flipping a pillow from side to side because naturally I want to sleep on my right side. That's my preferred side. It's always been since I was a child. But I know that it's better for, I think, liver production and things of that nature and blood flow for the baby for me to sleep on my left side. So I try to start off sleeping on my left side, and then I kind of rotate when I wake up and I'm on my right back to my left. So I'm playing it by ear. I did not use a maternity pillow all last pregnancy, so it's not like I'm feeling like it's something that's a dire need because I made it full term without it. It's just the season of not really sleeping comfortably paired with a husband that snores. So what can you do? In other news, I still don't have an appointment. I could have gotten an ultrasound this past weekend up in Detroit to find the gender, but I went ahead and decided just to wait until the doctor's ultrasound. Don't spend unnecessary money because we're going to be using that money. We're going on a baby moon, which I am so excited about. We go next week. We're going to take a tour to several different locations. The destination is Virginia Beach because my husband is from Virginia and I've never been to Virginia Beach and he's actually never been to Virginia Beach, so it's going to be very nice. And we're going to be at the ocean front, and then we're going to like go towards his house so we can see some of his family and whatnot. So we're going to take a nice 5-day vacation. I am going to be doing some vlogging. I love traveling, you guys. It's no secret I traveled all last pregnancy and things like that. And I really just don't see myself stopping that unless my doctor feels like it's conflict medically or something along that lines. But I enjoy it, so I'm looking forward to that. I did order a maternity swimsuit, which I went swimming and stuff all last year in a regular one, but I just feel like I'm at the point where I'm uncomfortable and I don't want to be one of those pregnant people whose belly hangs out. So I ordered that, and I'm going to be getting me some maternity shorts from Kohl's. I know that really has nothing to do with the pregnancy update, but if you might be like me and you don't really buy a lot of maternity based things, but I felt like that was important to have because I do enjoy going to the beach, especially when I'm pregnant during summer, like I've been the last 2 pregnancies. And shorts are just a must have in this heat because this heat is it's something, but I prefer the heat versus the cold. We did have a big purchase. I have been avoiding big purchases all this time, but I was at Once Upon a Child, which is a resale store, and it was this cute white changing table. And I know some people are like, a changing table is a waste and things of that nature, but it could be, but it also dupes for nice storage if you know how to like do DIYs and things like that. So I'm very excited. It matches the crib, and once we come back from the trip, we'll be working on redesigning the old nursery because I don't want to have the nurseries look the same, and I've mentioned that in a prior video as well. So I'm looking forward to that being my second month of summer break task, and then heading back to work and getting prepared for our bundle of joy. So I just keep fingers and toes crossed about everything. Emotionally, I do have some anxiety. There's some things that have just occurred in my life that are very hard. As I've mentioned many times before, my mom has passed, and it's different. You know, people's life still goes on, and sometimes people are mean and malicious because they have the aim to hurt you. They think that if I say something mean, then, you know, I can break you. And I've been through so much in my life, from being born with a physical disability to the losses that I've had with my grandparents, my mom, you know, my cousin being killed, things of that nature. And then, you know, my daughter dying, and then the same with my husband's family. It takes a lot more. But this past weekend, someone said to me that what happened last year is going to happen to me this year. And it's a person who, like, it's not like they're important in my life whatsoever. But, you know, the disappointing thing is this is a grown person who has some kind of affiliation with my family, but they're not related to me. And, you know, for you to be that kind of person that's that spiteful, all I can really do is pray for people like that. Because I'm a firm believer that when you speak against other people, you have to be very careful because it can come back towards you. And people believe whatever it is that they believe, and that's perfectly fine. But I'm very cautious speaking about things that I've never been through. And I would never fix my lips, no matter who you are or what you are and what you have done. To speak ill will against other people, that's just not my nature. So needless to say, this is somebody who, I mean, not in my space. She wouldn't be around me or, you know, this child as long as nothing happens and they're blessed to live and all the rest of that stuff. It's just a sad situation, and I feel sad for them because this is just something that was just unnecessary and shouldn't have been said. But thank God I was able to bounce back. And I know that people will have all manner of things to say about Shalaya passing and things like that, which is cool. Everybody has an opinion. It's like a butthole. We all have one. And so I take it in stride, and I was so thankful to be able to have that conversation with my husband to kind of like mellow myself out. And I say all that because I know that there are some people who are dealing with people who are just rude and malicious, and they might be family members, they might be step parents, they might be in-laws, or whatever the case may be. And people have a tendency to say cruel things because they lack the understanding to know what all you have gone through, be it a loss, be it infertility. People are very black and white on certain things. And so I just say stay encouraged. You know, not everybody is meant to understand your journey, but that doesn't mean that your journey is not important to someone. I know that I get so many great comments on my videos and things like that, and people give advice, and I watch other people's videos. And I think that that's so great because it's building a network. There are people who are going through or have gone or maybe will go through this situation that can look at it as a reference, and it can give them encouragement. So just because one, silly person says something, it's not going to like stop me from moving forward and still, using this situation to be a blessing and give encouragement. So like I said, I just felt bad for her because it just shows her ignorance and lack of knowledge, and someone didn't raise her at 51, 52 years old to be quiet if you don't have anything to say. So that's my rant. This is actually a shorter video today. I don't have too much going on. I'm going to show you a picture of the belly. Again, thank you for those who've been subscribing. I'm still here, you guys. I was just really sick with the strep and the yeast infections and then the throwing up, and I was recording and then the editing. But y'all, I am here. I'm here. Hope you guys are still here. And as always, I hope you are having a wonderful and blessed day. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye. I used to experience a lot of migraines, and I know you can get headaches when you are pregnant, so I'm not saying that it's something that I shouldn't experience. It's just different.